Hi. Okay. My name is Destiny. I wanted to make this video really quickly because I just saw a post online of a girl who was pretty much being bashed as the nastiest girl on Facebook. I think that that's ridiculous. The reason why I think that's ridiculous is because to bring somebody down to lift yourself up is ridiculous, and to not see our current system, like the current system that we work off of socially, as something that would decompose mentally the way that people think is absolutely ridiculous. So when you've got an antisocial society where people don't talk to each other about things that are actually meaningful, but very shallow things like your hair and your makeup and who likes who and what Beyonce's doing this year and what, this celebrity's doing this year, instead of actually talking about how you're feeling, what's going on with your parents, how's your day going, and giving, not only talking about the problems, but actually giving solutions to people. I don't get where we're going to see any resolve for a lot of the issues going on. So I don't really appreciate people bashing some random chick that they don't even know online when she's probably seeking attention because she's not getting any attention from her friends and from her family. She's not getting any validation from you guys too, obviously. So she's going to seek it in ways that are unhealthy and unnatural. And psychologists are not allowed to cross a certain personal barrier with you, because if they do, it becomes an unprofessional relationship. So they're only allowed to talk to you about your issues and give suggestions, possibly give you a certain medication, without treating you like an actual human with feelings. They don't diagnose your feelings. They diagnose you with a prescription. So the first thing I want to say is that there's no reason to be bashing people that you don't know. That's absolutely ridiculous, without opening a conversational dialogue for you guys to come together, especially as the Black community, and to bash somebody that you don't even know is absolutely pathetic. And you guys do that to a bunch of people, and you guys do it so quickly. You bash people so quickly every single day. There's a new person on your radar. I'm talking to everybody. There's a new person on your radar that you're bashing. And the thing is, you're bashing them for a moment, but this moment is going to stick with them for life. So that's something to think about the next time that you're being really mean to someone and overly spiteful to somebody on the internet. The next thing that I want to talk about is depression. And depression is not some mental illness that cannot be cured ever. Depression is when there is a buildup of emotions inside of your body and things that you don't know how to deal with, or things you were never taught how to handle emotionally, physically, psychologically, and because of this, you have a buildup of problems in your life. You're depressed because you're sad about the things that you were never able to get closure from, or the things that you were never able to deal with properly because nobody taught you how to deal with the things you need to deal with properly. So with that being said, the cure for depression isn't going to be medication. The cure for depression is going to be going through the problem. The cure for depression is going to be healing the issue. The medication is something you can use to take so much of the pain away, and that's perfectly fine. But while you're doing that, you want to microdose. You want to microdose that medication, and then you want to handle these issues one by one. Why am I anxious? Oh, I'm anxious because when I was in 3rd grade, everybody made fun of me for that time that I threw up on the desk. And then when I was in 6th grade, I'm anxious because everyone made fun of my hair and they pulled my hair. And then I was in 8th grade and I shit on myself in the classroom, and that made me feel very embarrassed. And why are you so embarrassed? I'm embarrassed because I didn't hold up an imaginary standard that people placed on me. And now I'm really sad because I feel like I have to live up to the ideal that somebody else set for me. Oh my God, how do I stop feeling like I have to live up to the ideal that somebody else set for me? Oh, well, maybe by figuring out the things that make me happy on the inside. What is it that makes me happy? Maybe I like blowing bubbles. Maybe I like painting, or you can look at this issue and look at everything that's happened to you and look at it from the outside and say, dang, society is being treated like that. It's not just me. I'm not the only one who shit on that desk. I'm not the only one who shit on a desk. I remember when I was in 4th grade and I didn't do any of these things except for the throwing up on the desk. No, I threw up on the floor in 2nd grade. But I'm not the only one who died. I remember when the teacher poured out everything in Markel's desk and stepped on it because she was mad at him, and that must have been really embarrassing for him. Or the time that girl slapped him in lunch, that must have been really embarrassing for him. Oh my God, or that time that my rich friend got bankrupt, that must have been really embarrassing for him because his business failed. Oh my God. And then to notice these things in other people, and to notice these issues and traumas that other people are dealing with and that other people have to handle, it makes you feel better about yourself, because it's like, dang, you know what? I'm not the only person who's dealing with these hard, harsh things. There are other people who are dealing with these hard and harsh things, and I'm not the only person. And then that makes you feel better about yourself, because then it's like, damn, you know what? We're human. But after you realize you're human, you can't treat other people who are depressed like they're animals. So when you go up that social ladder, the higher you climb up that social ladder, because we all can climb up that social ladder. When you climb up that social ladder, you can't Don't do things to impress other people, because that's only going to hurt you at the end of the day, especially if you know where you came from, because there is a force or a power on this planet higher than us. Obviously, the earth is not human generated only. And if even if it is, let's say it is human generated only, who generated those humans? Or who generates God? You know, there's this infinite circle and cycle and process that's happening. And when you think about that, you have to remember where you come from. And when you remember where you come from, it's like, dang, that force, the force that helped me out, the force that blessed me, or even myself, because you don't understand the fundamentals 100% of the human body and the human mind. That's where things are mystical. And things are mystical, but they're also a mix with reason. So there are certain choices that you make, but there's also that mystical aspect of you, of who you are. You don't want to treat someone else crappy after you get up that ladder, because whatever mystical force is surrounding us can knock your ass back down, because you were born without knowing you were going to be born, without there being a plan for you to be born, because you're here. That's enough to give reason to mysticism. Immaculate conception for you even being here. So when you climb up that ladder, don't be mean to the people around you, because you don't know who they are and you don't know what they're going through. You know, someone could call me a hoe, but that's probably because they've had bad situations with females. They don't have good relationships with their mom, you know, or they got broken up with by that pretty girl and they don't like me. So just looking at my face makes them call me a name, you know. Somebody else could hate me just because they think I'm pretty, because they don't know that on the inside of themselves they're pretty, and they think, you know, oh my God, you know, I hate her. They don't know what it is. It's just jealousy, because, you know, they might think everything in my life is all together and it's not. And they're like, oh my God, I want to be pretty because then people would like me. And they don't look at the fact that people would only like them on a surface level if they were pretty. So I have a hard time getting people to look at the inside of me, where that girl who's ugly is going to have an easier time getting people to look at the inside of her. And anyone who's shallow or really mean is going to sway the fuck away from her. And good for her, because for me, that makes me envious, because I'm like, dang, you know, I can appreciate that. You got people around you who want to look at you for who the inside of you really is. That's hard for me to find, because people always want to look at the outside of me. They don't want to see the inside of me, because we're in a hypersexualized culture. That's the kind of stuff I like to talk about. That's the kind of stuff I like to post about. That's the kind of stuff that is going to be in my blog. And I just really wanted to say that to you guys. Please be kind to each other, because this life is not easy. Jokes are fun. I love to joke. I joke with the best of them, like literally. But to attack someone, millions of people versus one person, is crazy. Internet or not, that's crazy. That's crazy. To not give solutions for issues people are going through after millions of people attacking one person is crazy. It's mean. Bye.